party in
Everybody's
here.
dancing.
Let's do this.
I'm looking good for the press. If you listen to my show, you won't be depressed. Listen to the end and we can be friends. If you're really smart, you'll do what Zoey says. Hey. Okay. Hi. This is episode 14 of Zoey Says. I had to start over. I never start over my podcasts. When I start, I start. So I did start over today. And I want to be blunt about it. I want to be honest about it. Remember to breathe. Remember to breathe. The reason I started over was because I was singing the intro. And I feel like the last 2 episodes I was singing. And I want zero consistency in this podcast. I do like the fact that I do have some consistency. But when it comes to every episode is a copy corner of the last one, that's when I get pissed off. That's when I get pissed the fuck off. So I'm not going to conform to what you want. I'm not going to do what you say I'm going to do. I'm just going to show you my asshole, and so you can see yourself in the mirror. Yeah. Okay, this has been such a great day. I'm coming out with strong energy because it's a strong day. I spent the day in the sun at the beach. It's been such a great day. I woke up early. Well, last night I went to bed kind of late. Got home late because everyone was playing poker. My manager drove me home, and we talked about the people we like and the people we don't like, and the people who, I don't know, are sort of just, I don't care whether they live or they die. And so it was like a fun conversation, and then I went in and we played some poker, and I won nothing, I lost nothing. So that's breaking even, and you could say I have a good poker face because I had them right where I wanted them. And yeah, yesterday was a good day. I was bartending. It was so hectic. I wasn't looking forward to it at all. I spent the morning with my friend going through the Art Institute. As I told you, it was fun. It was nice. And then afterwards, went to work. I was drained. The Art Institute will take your soul, wring it out, and leave nothing left. It is a place where if you go in if you go in on crack cocaine, if you go in jumping off of walls, being able to fly, at the end, you will be nothing but a snail. It will just take everything you have, sell it to a garage sale. And I was forced to take the little I had left and just work on the bar by myself, taking all these tables. There was a table of 6 who I really would like to cuss the fuck out. I want them to be cursed. They come in and, hi, how are you guys? Welcome in. Can I get you started with anything to drink? They give me their drinks. I bring them drinks. And we need water too. And what they didn't understand was that I had 12 tickets, all very complicated things to make. I had 2 people at the bar. I had 3 tables over here. I had to go fill up this ice. I had to go make this thing. It was, I didn't know how I did it, but I am kind of part superwoman, if I'm going to be honest. And I did get it done. But throughout it all, they were just rude. And it didn't make it better that when I took but they also said, we want everything split. There's 6 of us. We need it split 6 ways. Their orders were all complicated. Can I get mushrooms, but like only 1 mushroom? And can I get that actually on the side? But can I actually get it after my meal? Like, it was the most complicated orders, and they wanted everything split. There was this woman on the end who was a raging cunt, and she was just rude. She got a pesto pasta, and she was so rude. She wouldn't stop reminding me how much of a hurry they were in. And I got their food in when I needed to get their food in, and that it was in God's hands at that point. I couldn't have done anything about it. So I finally got it done, but when I split it up in 6 ways and finally started paying them out, there was another table I had to pay out that also had it split. So I had like 17 checks, it felt like, that I all had to pay out. And luckily, only one of them got messed up. A lot of the times it's worse, much, much worse. And banks get involved. People start calling, asking where their money is. This is our client that we're representing, and you are getting sued currently. And Yeah. So I only messed up one, and he was nice about it, but at the same time, like all of them tipped only $5 on like 35. They could have tipped 7. Let's be real. I'm gonna be fucking for a right now. They could have tipped 7 on 35 because that's technically what it should be, but neither here nor there. I really gave them a lot of attitude, so I'll take that. Anyways, so it was an acceptable night. This morning has also been great. Oh my God. I'm just winning. Winning. Oh my gosh. There's this interview with Charlie Sheen where he talks about all the times he's winning. I feel like I am getting what he's talking about because this morning I wrote a blog all about, people who are too skinny, people who are obese, and I feel like I got deep. But I also feel like I may have offended someone. So like I'm winning, but to win is to lose. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So I went to the beach today. We went to the deli. We got to hang out with friends. We played trivia in the lake, and I wore this swimsuit that just did not want to hold my boobs in, and it did exactly that. It did not hold my boobs in, and luckily, I mean, I don't know what the laws are. And if anybody wants to inform me about whether or not you can get arrested for having boobs out in public, tell me. And I will gladly take that case because we're women, we're strong, and no one's going to hide who we are. Hi, nipples, nipples, nipples. I'm going to keep saying it until you're comfortable with it. Because I think some women's and men's biggest fear is having people figure out what nipples look like. Like I feel like a lot of people don't actually know what women's nipples like are some of them purple? Some people don't actually know exactly what nipples feel like, look like. And on top of that, I feel like if you say nipples enough, like right now, a lot of the men watching this, ew, they have boners. Ew, they have boners right now. Gross, you're a pervert, you have boners. Ugh, you're so gross because you have a boner. So I don't want to have to keep it in because to keep from stimulating people's boners. Come on, it's what I'm saying. Let's go into grievances now. We've done enough of this. The apartment showings continue in my apartment. So every single day of the week, people are coming into my apartment. And I'm feeling insecure about it because it's like no one's like taken down the lease. Like clearly no one has picked this apartment yet. It's probably because, again, there's ketchup everywhere. But at the same time, there's bones here. You want me to clean the whole place up for you so it can look nice for you so you could live here? I feel like, why is the saga continuing? At this point, it's probably been 30 different showings, and there's more to come. No one's chosen this apartment yet, and I'm ready for these showings to end because I like to leave. Just now, someone came in to look at the apartment. They come in, they're like pitch quiet, looking around, and then they both kind of start laughing, and I'm like, is something actually funny? Like, they were laughing at my place. Sure, I think it might be all the pill bottles because I have like a shit ton of pill bottles or something. Maybe that's not it. I don't know what they were laughing at because this is my life. I can't change the fact that my apartment's a mess. I can't change the fact that I have one little square place to exist. I can't change no oven. I can't change no refrigerator. I can't change no AC. There's heart here though. I would say try to choose this apartment, somebody. Come take it. Come take it from me. I was supposed to watch another grievance is I was supposed to watch all the movies like that's been created, and I kind of gave up on that goal. So I'm like sad that why did I give that up? But it's fine. The thing is, those movies are not going anywhere, and the list is only getting longer. So at some point, I'm going to watch all the movies. I also hope I didn't offend anyone with my blog this morning. I think weight is beautiful, lack thereof or ample amount of that there. So I just hope nobody got sad. I also broke my hand. I broke the skin on my hand bad yesterday. I was closing the bar. I threw my hand over here to grab something, and just all of my skin came off. Like, my hand just inverted, basically. And I put a Band-Aid on it, and I kept being like, I'm bleeding bad. I haven't stopped for an hour. Should I do a Band-Aid? What do you think? No one cared at all. Still no one cares. I keep talking about it. I keep showing it to people. You can literally see the inside. Like, no one cares. Nobody cares at all. My positives for today, I'm pottery painting later. I'm excited for that. I went to the beach today. It was so fun. We talked about my parents' divorce. We talked about people's parents who are having successful marriages, and just the juxtaposition is interesting. You can still be happy and be divorced, and you can be very unhappy and have married parents, because maybe they have sex in front of you. My TikTok, it didn't blow up, but I posted this random TikTok about me wearing blue jeans yesterday, and it got 40 likes, and I was just expecting that it got 1 view. So I was like, 40 likes? That's like half my mom's age. I also have been going on a lot of walks today. I've been looking at the world. I feel like I walked around the earth 3 times. And with that said, I do want to do a quote to explain that just a little bit about skin cancer, because Sheryl Crow once said, "I'm going to soak up the sun. I'm going to tell everyone to put on some sunscreen." I changed the end because we can soak up the sun all we want, but once you get melanoma, once you get a raised mole with multicolors in an irregular shape, you are fucked. Thank you so much for watching episode 14 of Zoey Says, and you are watching Disney Channel. If you're really smart, you'll do what Zoey says. Hey!